Welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight with the Magicians. I'm Jimmy Lillidahl, play-by-play voice of the Magic. The Magicians played 4 games over about a 10-day period in Alaska. It started at Kenai River against the Kenai River Brown Bears. Hunter Lelig starts the scoring, his second goal of the season just 50 seconds in. Travis Brown and Mitch Slattery collect assists. Kenai tied it up at 1 later in the period. Evan Butcher scores. Ethan Stewart and Connor Federick get the assists. It was tied 1-1 after 1 frame. In the second period, things really open up. Nikita Kozyrev scores 38 seconds in for the Magicians. He adds his 7th of the season. Matt Denman and Mitch Slattery get assists. Then it was Mitch Slattery about 2 minutes later, making it 3-1. Mitch Slattery gets his 18th of the season. Hunter Lelig and Demo Koblayansky get the assist. Minnesota made it 4-1 with a Peter von Steinberg goal, his 5th of the season. Mitch Slattery and Caleb Height had the assists. At 4-1, Kenai River was able to strike back and come within a few. David Kaplan adds his 5th of the season. Luke Radetek gets his 13th assist, and Anthony Zane also gets an assist. The Magicians added 1 more in the period, coming from Caleb Height, his 12th goal of his rookie campaign. Peter von Steinberg and Cam Buell get the assists. It went to the third period. Kenai River was able to add 1 more. Tyler Rock gets his 10th of the season. Alex Kletakoka gets his 5th assist of the season, and then Christopher Lipe also adds an assist on the Tyler Rock goal. The Magicians added 1 more to finalize the 6-3 victory. Andrew Kangas, another rookie, scores his 4th of the season. Peter von Steinberg and David Kirkendall get the assists as the Magicians beat the Kenai River Brown Bears 6-3 on Friday night. Saturday night, same opponent. This time it's a 5-1 win. Minnesota starts the scoring. This time it was Nikita Kozyrev, his 8th of the season. Will Hammer and Mitch Slattery get the assists. Then it was Parker Mismash. He gets his 15th goal of the season. Tanner Tweeten gets an assist as well. Minnesota leads 2-0 after 2 frames of action. It goes to the third period. Nikita Kozyrev adds his 3rd of the weekend, his 9th of the season. Will Hammer and Matt Denman get the assists. Then it was Caleb Height, his 2nd goal of the weekend, his 13th of the season. Timo Walter and Cam Buell also scored. The Magicians lead 4-0, and then it's the captain, Will Hammer, who adds his 16th of the season. Dima Koblayansky and Mitch Slattery get the assists as the Magicians led 5-0 with about a minute left. The Kenai River Brown Bears score. Anthony Zane gets the goal. It was unassisted. The Magicians then took on the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. Had to travel north a little bit to head up to Fairbanks. It was quite some time, or quite the trip, I should say. It was a total 10-day trip that the Magicians were gone. They played on Friday night. It was a 3-4 loss to the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. The captain, Travis Brown, starts the scoring. Will Hammer gets an assist. Brown adds his 11th of the season. Then it was Dima Koblayansky scoring as Dima scores his 2nd goal of the season. Hunter Lelig had the lone assist. Minnesota made it 3-0 with an Andrew Kangas goal, his 2nd of the season, as Minnesota led 3-0 after 1 frame of action. Fairbanks kind of hit the gas pedal. Bauer Nudeker gets his 1st of the season. Daniel Hayter and Urka Vanska get assists as the Ice Dogs trailed 3-1. Then it was Caden Cahill scoring. Robert Bluger and Nolan Schaefer get the assist. Minnesota leads 3-2 going into the second period. Then Caden Cahill was able to tie it up for Fairbanks, his 13th of the season. Sam Ruffin and Ryan Kiro get the assist. And then Fairbanks adds 1 more to take a 4-3 lead over the Magicians. Kiro scores. Went and Hewins get the assist as Minnesota loses to Fairbanks by a final score of 3-4. On Saturday night, this is a much closer game compared to some of the ones we just went over. We had a 9-score game to start off the trip in Kenai River. This was a 3-score game. The first period featured no scoring. It was scoreless. And then in the second period, about halfway through, Bauer Nudeker gets his 2nd of the season. Urka Vanska gets an assist, as well as Benton Mass. Going into the third period, Minnesota trails 1-0. And then Sam Ruffin scores for Fairbanks, making it 2-0. Luke Arizik and Caden Cahill get the assist. Minnesota strikes back with their lone goal. Mitch Slattery gets his 19th of the season. Jake Cass gets his 14th assist. Tommy Altunian on the score sheet as well as he picks up the second assist. Minnesota loses to Fairbanks 2-1 on Saturday and finish getting swept by Fairbanks, but a sweep against Kenai, 2-2 overall on the road trip. Welcome back to In the Spotlight with the Magicians. I'm alongside veteran forward Parker Mismash. Parker, 2-2 over the weekend, or weekends I should say, in Alaska. How did things go up north?
I mean, I think the boys kind of came together pretty well with the time that we spent together. Obviously, we spent quite a bit of time together, but I don't know. I think our systems weren't quite clicking on Friday and Saturday, the second weekend. But I mean, I think they're just stepping stones, and I think we can get it going here soon. So we got about 8 games left, is it? Mm-hmm. So yeah. We got to start kicking it into another gear if we want to hold that number 2 spot in the Midwest, I think it is. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Talking about your production, you've done real well. You come in via trade, you make a splash early on. You're playing in a lot of different roles. 15 goals in the season. You know, how are things going for you here in your final year?
I think a lot better than last year. Obviously, had 2 goals last year, so I think one of the biggest things is confidence for me this year. Is I have a little bit more confidence, and obviously it helps.
State tournament just ended. You're a familiar name. Obviously, you played over at Edina and did some great things. What was it like playing on the big stage?
I was obviously pretty special. One of the best moments of my life, I guess. But yeah, it was fun.
We see you get involved in scrums. We see you. We see you put points up. We see you compete night in and night out. What is your style of play? How would you word it?
I don't really know how to word it. I guess my favorite player is Brad Marchand, so that kind of sums it up right there.
We got a game on Thursday and then 2 games over the weekend. The 2 games over the weekend are against the Janesville Jets, a really good opponent. How important are these next 3 games here?
Very important, I think. We always play well against Janesville, and I think we're going to give them a good run there. And then Cooley, obviously, it's tough to go in there, obviously, on a Thursday when you've been in Alaska for the last 2 weeks. So, you know, catching up on rest is huge this week, and hopefully it works for us.
You started the season and then played last year with Bismarck. You come here, you're from Edina, so this is your hometown area. What is it like being reunited with your hometown and getting an opportunity to sleep at home?
I mean, it's awesome, honestly. You know, I've been down in Texas. I've been down in, well, I was down there for only a month and a half, but I mean, I've been down there, and I mean, I've just kind of been all over the place in the division, and to be back home, it's pretty nice, especially for the last couple months of your junior career. So, yeah, I'm happy about it.
Before we go here, talk about the facilities. You know, you were a player that just came in a little bit ago to a new rink, new locker room, new boys. How are the facilities here, and you know, what's your impression of that so far?
I was kind of scared coming in here right away, knowing that there's a lot of boys that played high school hockey, and I was kind of you know, one of those players in high school still, and but they were really welcoming to me. They opened their arms up right away, and it was awesome. And the facilities are obviously pretty impressive too. It's nice that they're all right at the rink here, like the workout room and whatnot. So, yeah, I love it here so far.
Thanks for taking the time, Parker.
Yeah, no, of course.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight. The Magicians play an away game on Thursday. They'll travel to Cooley Region, right back to the road the Magic go. Again, that's a Thursday matchup. If you can't make it out there, you can check out the broadcast on hockeytv.com. On the 17th and 18th, the Magicians are right back at home. That's this Friday and Saturday against the Janesville Jets. The Jets are in first place in the division. A top-shelf opponent. That will be a fun one to watch. Again, Friday and Saturday. If you can't make it out to Richfield, you can check out the broadcast on hockeytv.com. This week's alumni update, a shout-out to Brady Hepner, who is one of the MIAC Rookies of the Year. So a big shout-out to him. He's playing for St. John's and had an excellent freshman season. And then this week's alumni update is on Mark Michaelis. Michaelis played with the Magicians a couple of seasons ago. He's off to Minnesota State, 36 points in 39 games. He was just named the WCHA Rookie of the Year. So a big congratulations to Mark Michaelis. He did great things here with the Minnesota Magicians and now doing great things with Minnesota State. that's going to do it for another edition of In the Spotlight. So long, everybody.